Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Griftlands 1.0. It's been a long time since I last played this game. Two years? Year and a half? I don't know, it's been a while. And I really enjoyed what I played back in the day, but it was like I don't think the game was even out yet. I think I played it before then. And, I liked it, but it was, you know, very early access, very rough around the edges, needed a little bit of work. And now it's had plenty of work, and I've heard it's really good, so let's just dive right in. I've been putting off playing this for quite some time. Looks like they reset everything. That's fine. Oh, there's a story difficulty. I appreciate that. That said, we're not going to do it. So do we want to do battle or negotiation? Complete grifts to get perk points, outfits, prestige. I like the negotiation deck. I don't know. Let's go negotiation. Oh, wait, no. We just have two different decks. It's not like I choose. Got it. No custom game options, card sets, and mutators, but those are both locked until we play more of this. Start at level 1? Let's see. Start a game at introduction. Provides introduction or new to deck builders. Now let's just do level 1.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends. Now, you're back home, for the first time in 10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Havaria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel, indebted to merciless criminals. Criminals like Cassio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Cassio's grip has weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say. Your first stop is a dive called the Grog and Dog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
Okay, so first and foremost, quick pause, audio. I gotta check this. I forgot. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I turned everything down, and it's like, oh wait, no, we actually kind of want to care. Wait, select for specific categories? Oh, sweet biscuits. Check this out. What games have this? No games have this. I mean, I really wish this was taller so I could see all of it, but yeah, the fact that there is a separate audio slider for ambient, action, card, and UI sounds. Games, please look at this and learn, because I desperately need more games that do this. Especially first-person shooters. I am so sick and tired of playing first-person shooters where all sound effects are just on one thing, and that includes gun noises, which are always really loud. Oh, there's mods for this. I'll have to check that out. Okay, I just wanted to see if there's anything else. Gosh, there's a lot of settings here. I like this. Alright, whatever. That's all I needed to see. So, Grog and Dog. Homey but modest bar owned by Fssh. First sniff, the Grog and Dog smells like stale hops and dried blood. Well, look what the tide dredged up. Fish, by holy brine, I'd tear up if I wasn't dead inside. Damn good to see you looking well. You have a plan to get on your feet? I do. The bounty on Cassio. How do we... Forget it. He might have grown up strong, but he ain't that strong. That's not going to stop you from trying, is it? If you want a chance at surviving this, you better make yourself some friends, fast. I can help with that. Neil could count on you, Fish. Ask about... Bavaria. Largely unsettled continent in the western side of the Haitian Sea. Let me get my bearings. It's been a long time since I was last in Bavaria. It's dirty and broken like always. If debt brokering was bad when you were a kid, it's worse now. Half the population is indentured. and them's that hold contracts tell them to pay off their own. No wonder customs was so uptight on my way back in. Must be a lot of fraud. That ain't half of it. The Admiralty is pushing for an official annex. Admiralty. Deltrian Admiralty. It's the force occupying Murder Bay. They want to make everyone real Deltrian citizens with papers and everything. Nivaria? You're kidding. They say it'll stop illegal debt brokering. Now, anyone with a hand in labor contracts is real ornery. From the poor to the powerful. You can imagine the reaction. I can. Ask about the annex. Okay, I'm actually just going to turn off the... I like the voice sound effects, but I doubt the narrator is going to be on that often. No, character and narrator voices. Maybe it does go on. I don't know. I like the voices. It's just a matter of I have to wait to speak, and that always slows everything down. Anyway. So the annex can't be a popular move. Most come here to get away from the Admiralty. It ain't. Both the Spree and cult are in arms about it. The Spree because they're criminals, and the cult because they profit off the labor more than anybody. So the Spree, a loosely organized collection of bandits, crime rings, and illegal debt brokers. And the cult, dominant religion in Bavaria whose adherents worship Fssh, in an abyssal jellyfish god. No need to tell me that. The cult's holding a big shindig in a few days. Their usual wheeling and dealing in the name of the divine. Word is the Admiralty is going to use it to make their proposition. Mandatory citizenship. It's going to need to be a mighty good pitch to convince the cult. Wouldn't put it past the Spree to set fire to the whole affair if they can. Fish casts a dour eye over the bar. It's like a garden on the near side of the water. Suffice to say, kid, tensions are real high. You'd be smart to keep your head down instead of looking for trouble. Ask about Fssh. So, what do I owe you for this, Fish? Got in my takings? Esh no. Left my bounty hunting days behind me? I owed your parents once. I don't like leaving debts unsettled, even to dead folks. They were decent people, Sal Fallon. Watch that you don't end up like them. You know, even when you pay off your debts, the Derek still owns your name. I'm an Ick Derek now, or so they tell me. Derek. Both the offshore Lumen platform and indentured laborers work here. Ick Derek. Surname given to all indentured workers consigned to the cult's offshore Lumen Derricks. Yeah, it's a messed up bladder rack, though. Yeah. Cashio, you moved up work for me real fast. Some kind of mover here? Nah, I just know people, and people know me. You don't need to go after Cashio, kid. I've got enough work to keep you busy. I spent my childhood in a Lumen pipe because of her, and now she's worth more money than either of us can count. Lumen, a biofuel harvested from the ocean floor, monopolized by the cult of Fssh and harvested by indentured labor. She's more dangerous than either of us can figure. You go after her, she'll clap back with a knife for each kidney. I may have extras to spare, but you only got 2. Worked off a lifetime's debt in 10 years just so I could come back here and settle the score. If you were my friend, you wouldn't be telling me to drop it. Hesh, that ain't what I meant. You know it ain't. I'll give you a roof, a bed, and at least one good meal a day. You live your life the way you want. It's yours. I'll pay you back. Alright. Get work. Got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Monid, Precht, and Pow. They're easy people to find. Monid, Precht, and Pow. Tell them I sent you. They can settle their tabs by giving you work. Get that done, and I'll give you a plate of popped Oshnu eyes on the house. It's a domesticated giant snail used for food, transport, and entertainment. Ugh. Bless your warty hide, Fish. I'll hold you to that. Alright. So we got a couple of things to do. Let's see. Day 1, 75 shills, resolve HP. One person loves you. No one likes you. Oh, interesting. Boon, active. Gain 2 max resolve. We haven't gotten her to Bane. And Cashio does not like me. Oh, lose 2 max resolve and max health. So Cashio, the biggest debt broker in Murder Bay, Cashio was once an indentured laborer who earned herself a reputation as a self-made kingpin. Reason, she betrayed your family and now views you as a threat. Fair enough. Okay, so Grogendog, so we can do Matter of Faith. How needs your help returning Lullaby to the Hessian flock, one way or another. Let's see, Token of Hesh. And, okay, token of hash. Start of your turn, add shielded to a friendly argument. Expend destroy after 2 uses. Restore some HP. Or upgrade a card. Let's do internal affairs. Monid wants you to beat up Fanda, but keep the violence covert. And be careful not to kill her. Yeah, let's go with that. Boy, there's a lot of people. That's it. If I remember, I can butter these people up in different ways and potentially use them to help me against Monid. The Hessians say, good food brings you closer to the divine. Oki could be a priest. Oh, day to you. Okay. So destroy after 2 uses. So I can buy food from this guy. Let's see. Gain 2 power. Ambush, destroy 2 uses. Incept 2 fluster, draw a card, expend ambush. Fluster reduces damage. Oh, is added to the opponent's arguments. And let's see. Gain 2 actions, draw a card, ambush, destroy after uses. I'm curious about the whole gain power thing. Let's take a look at some people. When you want to get a hold of something rare and valuable, Eidlet is the one you can extend to your reach. Didn't think my day would involve grifter dealing. Grifter, name for any factionless settler, explorer, or opportunist who hails from the Havarian Griftlands. Hello again. Okay, so I pretty much can't interact with most of these people. Just watch the manifest close, as Opal has a habit of doing black magic with numbers. Another day in the feud, huh? Yeah, so I might not be able to work with any of these people. Lumika might not have only grown up with a silver spoon, but swallowed it whole. Nods in acknowledgement of your presence. It's a start. The name Cadwa comes from an old folk story about outsmarting a cruel foreman. But as a bureaucrat, this Cadwa, boy, I can't read today, definitely has the upper hand. Keep on the good side of the Admiralty, and your livelihood would benefit all the more from it. For a person who has friends, Zeta hasn't always been known to treat them very well. Aye. Okay, so I don't think I can work with these people. Whereas, pretty much going to have to wonk this guy. Do I spin the food? Nah. Monid supposedly knows the entire Hessian tract by heart, but since she's the only one that does, you'll have to take her word for it. The Kredeshi looks you up and down in suspicion. An amphibious species with large matrilineal families, typically found in positions of wealth and influence. Ah. Okay, internal affairs. Oh, Monid wants you to beat somebody else up. Got it. You have a problem that needs rectifying. I really like how in the dialogue with this, you can hover over a highlighted word for a brief description of lore and context. Yeah, this game and a number of CRPGs have been doing that lately, and it's huge. It's an easy way of introducing the lore in a way that, like, if you want to just skip all of it, you totally can. It's a really nice way of handling details, and I'd love to see more games do that. I know, I think most of the recent Obsidian CRPGs had done that. And then, gosh, who else did that? Maybe Wasteland 3? I think it's just a new convention for CRPGs, but I think it's lovely. Anyway, here you have the problem that needs rectifying. I'm a hunter, I can help with that. Yeah, I could use a professional touch. I have this colleague, Fanda. She is always undermining me in front of the officers. I think she'd be happiest if I wound up dead in a ditch and she wound up claiming my bunk. Is it a nice bunk? It's next to the window, has a nice view of the less sludgy part of the bay. I'd like to shut Fanda down myself, but there are rules about infighting and a punishment to match. But those rules don't apply to you. Okay. Beat her up, don't kill her. Okay, choose a card. Reckless Swing. So cost 1, 5 damage, discard a card. Can also be upgraded. Draw a card, discard a card, or improvise a finisher from your deck. Gain 2 combo. I like the idea of potentially rummage. I can offer you the basic blisters and bruises package for a steal. That kind of violence falls well within my job description. Just give him a good scare. You can rough her up a little too. But do not kill her. You do that and there will be an inquiry at best. And at worst, I'll have to take Fanda's patrols. Ugh. Alright. Intimidate? Oh, hello. Just when you're hoping for a nice leisurely walk, you find yourself interrupted by a Spark Baron, a technocratic faction who retrofit new technology from ancient runes, much to the cult's displeasure. She looks fearful, which she should, given she had the gall to interrupt your pace. Grifter, help me, the Fleeds have it out for my blood. Fleeds, voracious pest species, found throughout Murder Bay. The Fleeds? You can hear the sound of them crashing through the bush. Something's got the pest mighty riled, and you guess it's the blood on the Spark Baron's uniform. Help. Not the weirdest rescue I've ever orchestrated, so sure, why not? The Fleets attack and you jump into the thick of the frenzy. Okay. Let's see, do you want to see a tutorial? Oh, I can review it anytime from the pause menu. You know what, I'm gonna hit yes.
You can win a battle by certain cards apply. You can preview what your some cards apply.
Alright. Yeah, that was quick. So, Hammer Grip or Saber Grip into your hand. So, deal 2 damage, 2 bonus damage if you have any combo, gain combo, or bleed and expend. Well. We'll panic after doing X amount. So it looks like I'm going to take 6 damage, and... No, I'm going to take 5 damage total. And they're going to chuck a status effect on me. I've got 3 actions, and do some damage. I might as well feint. Go for a Saber Grip. I don't have any combo anyway. And I'll go for the bleed. Okay, wound. Attacks inflict 1 bonus damage on this target. Okay. Okay, so they're attacking me, and they're attacking her. Fight Dirty. Improvise a card from a pool of special cards. Interesting. Another feint. Rummage. Pair of elbow strikes. Let's do rummage. Let's lose the elbow strike. Let's fight dirty. What do we got? I guess I'll just hide. And let's bet on doing a little bit of extra damage. Oh, it already had shield. Oh, that's not the most helpful. Okay. Defend her a bit. How are we going to do this? The main thing is these guys have defense, but they will panic. Oh, whenever all defense is broken, remove tightness. Okay. I'm going to go for the daggers. Go for the hammer grip. Let's actually go for the elbow strike to take out the chitin there. Okay, well she ain't dying. Okay, so 4 and 4. Feint. Rummage, elbow strike, fight dirty. I don't care too much about fighting dirty. With what we've got. Burn the feint. Let's see, what's she doing? She's hitting that one. I just want to get rid of the chitinous, so we can get rid of the armor. Because yeah, these guys getting auto armor is not my favorite. Alright. How do we want to swing this one? I guess fight dirty. Give me a hide. Faint for her. Okay, and let's go Hammer Grip. I don't have any finishers, and I don't know if I'm going to get any. But we're good. Okay, so they're swinging for me. Get rid of that. Defend self. And start punching. Oh, got stunned. That's convenient. Now, do these cards get upgraded the more I use them? Is that how this works? Because I don't remember that system being in the early access version of this, but if that's the case, I actually really like that. Mandible. Apply impair equal to damage dealt by this card. Impair. Attack damage by this card is reduced by... Oh, by this target is reduced. Ooh. Destroy after 3 uses. We might as well grab them, because they'll go away anyway. Gain 2 defense, apply 1 impair. Gain 2 counter. I like tackle. Gain 2 defense, apply 1 impair, and do some damage. That seems really useful. I've never seen him so ravenous. You must have tasty blood. It's a weird compliment, Grifter, but you saved my skin. I'll allow it. So, Rasmo will love us. Sure. Nah, couldn't let you die, could I? Hard enough to sleep at night as it is. Oh, that's unexpected, especially in the Griftlands. Ever find yourself in Grout Bog? No, not really. Grout Bog, an impassable marsh owned by the Spark Barons who excavate its vagrant age ruins. Well, if you ever make your way out there, hit me up. I'll make sure you're taken care of. Thanks. Be seeing you, friend. The Baron makes for the hills, leaving you to untangle that complicated feeling in your gut. Alright. So, Boon, receive a random item card every morning. I figure if I can make characters love me, that'll have just as much of an effect as asking for payment, maybe. Alright. Also, thank you, Blankovsky, for the 29-month resub. Eve Friendly Times. Praise the heat. Yeah, I mean, if people really like these times, I might consider it more often. I'm just usually kind of adverse to switching up my schedule too much. Anyway, you track down Fanda's quarters within the sprawling military complex. The place is crawling with admiralty. It'd be suicide to start a fight here. You meet Engo. Hail to the Gaft. Okay. 30 shills to pay Engo to look the other way. And Faporo. Sometimes when you stare into the void, Faporo stands back, or stares back. Okay, pay him to look the other way. So, fighting here would probably be a mistake. What? Why are you looking at me all funny like that? So, what I could specifically do is try and intimidate Fanda instead of picking an actual fight. It saved me some money. Both will result Fanda disliking me. You made a few enemies, you know that? Sure I have. Wouldn't be worth my salt otherwise. What's it to you, Hunter? Okay. So intimidate Fanda. At the end of your turn, incept, intimidate, unplayable. Okay, negotiation tutorial. Sure.
At the start of each turn, you draw 5 cards from the draw pile. And
okay, we know that.
Win a negotiation by destroying your opponent's core argument. Your resolve carries over between negotiations. If you have no resolve left, you automatically lose any negotiations you attempt. You and your opponent can deploy arguments to help win the negotiation. Arguments have special effects and can be attacked or defended, like the core argument. Certain cards apply composure, which mitigates damage. Composure can be applied to any friendly argument and lasts for 1 turn. Your opponent's intents for the next turn are shown in their inner ring. Use these intents to plan your turn and protect your arguments from damage. Inspecting cards and arguments will...
Okay. Should be fine. So we don't necessarily know. So, abuse of power. The start of Fanda's turn, incept a planted evidence argument if one does not already exist. Okay, intimidate, threaten. So at the end of your turn, incept 2 intimidated. So that's unplayable. So I only have a couple of actions that I can do. Let's see. So, observation, debate, or carryover. Let's go carryover. Okay, so I can't target those. Yeah, tragically, no defensive cards, but maybe it's not so bad. When this argument is destroyed, deal 2 damage to... Okay, so she's gonna aim for me. Inspiration or attitude to your hand. Influence. All diplomacy cards deal max damage. Or dominance. Hostility cards deal extra damage. Oh, I see. Influence is an argument with 2 resolve. So specifically, they'd have to target that. We also have deflection. Okay. Well, one way or another, this threaten is solid. And we also have interrogate. And I have 4 actions. So let's do Cell's Instincts. Go Inspiration. Okay. So now these do maximum damage. I still have plenty. So let's hit that. Go for Composure. Because this is going to go off in my face, but it's going to go off in my face one way or another. Oh, we lost the threatened bonus damage. Maybe that was at the start? I have no idea. Okay, so they're aiming for me. Okay. Do we go for a dominance? We might as well. What is that? The start of Fanda's turn. Steal 10 shills. No, thank you. You don't get to rob me. Oh. Intimidated. That's what Intimidate does. Tragically, can't really use Intimidate particularly well. Okay, so in that case... Composure... Yeah, we're not going to be able to utilize Intimidate. I was wondering about that. But yeah, I'm wasting her time pretty well here. Let's start with the Threaten. Do quick thinking. Okay. It's still gonna go down, but I don't think it'll pop twice. We'll see how it goes. And let's see if I can wipe her out on the next round. Didn't hit me for any damage, though. That's good. Okay. Well, super tragically, we don't have any hostile arguments here. But I think we should be able to just... blast her? There we go. Pick a negotiation card. She dislikes us. Oh, that's normal. Okay, lose 1 influence, draw 3 cards, gain 1 action for every 3 cards in your discard pile. That's interesting, and potentially useful? I'm gonna try that. Consider this a friendly warning. Someone soft hired me to sort you out. But I guarantee they aren't the worst of your concerns. You behave now, or next time you'll see me. I'll be looking down on you while you bleed out. Understand? Hey, sure, I get it. Burned 1 too many bridges, and I have no interest in swimming to shore. But an enterprising person like yourself ought to know. Monid's a real piece of work. I've been trying to expose her corruption for ages. There'd be a big reward in it, if someone were to do it. But if you really want me to drop it, your message has been received. I'll drop it. Good, and don't forget it. Okay, job's done. Might be worth considering that extra reward. Flinches away from us. I use big scary words. Okay, back we go. So, bigger reward, but we lose Monid as a friend.
Disciple.
Personally, I don't know. I say we tell Monid about Fanda, because I want to see if I can get Monid as a friend. Your Fanda problems are in the past, friend. Check out the message, did you? Tell me all the details. You tell Monid about your encounter with Fanda. Make sure to gently embellish the parts that strike Monid's fancy. Oh, she did mention she was investigating you and trying to frame you for corruption. With Fanda lying low, you won't know where your enemy is at. Oh, good point. Still, my old problem is solved. And you've got a little bonus for going above and beyond. 85 shills, and we get to upgrade a card. Let me double check. How do I find my decks? Here we go. What would I upgrade? How do we even find out? Upgrade progress. Maybe. Okay, so we can upgrade it into hostile or diplomatic. What about quick thinking? Oh boy. Amplifies plus a card from a pool of special cards, or... Okay. What about battle cards? Anything that I care too much about. I mean, this one wouldn't be bad. So more defense, more impair. A lot of defense. Can't upgrade any of those. What about rummage? Draw 2 cards, expend a card. That'd be interesting. Ooh. I'd upgrade Cell's daggers, but let's upgrade the tackle just because I just got it. Okay. So more damage or more defense? Go for the defense. Grants Commander. All allies gain +5 health in battle. Tempting, but not that helpful. Okay. Unfortunately, I think Monid only likes me. Yeah. Monid likes me, but does not love me yet. Okay. So we got a couple of different things that we can do. Strengthen my resolve. Skirmish for something. Challenging quest. Now these are not... It's challenging, but it's not limited time. So completing bids. Ferdian wants you to track down and capture Leisha, but has been cagey about the details. Let's see, what else we have? Repo person. But I think we want to do these limited opportunities. Let's go for a Desolate Battlefield. Alright. So has there been an update to this recently? Yeah, it hit 1.0 today. So I figured I'd give it a shot, especially when I'm kind of sleepy in the morning. You come across the sign of a recent battle. If there are any winners, they weren't the type to loot the battlefield. Bodies are still fresh. Best to grab something and run before the beasts are drawn to bloodshed. So, Battlecraft, gain 1 combo at the beginning of your turn. It's not bad. Combat drone. Oh, but it's a one-time thing. I don't have any combat bonuses, but I like the idea of going with this. We'll make you vulnerable, take some time. Let's go with that. Okay, so we get 1 free combo at the end of every turn, and if we can find any combo abusing cards, that should be really good. Okay. So you wrestle with a loot lodged in the mud, even as a mournful howl cuts through the air. It isn't long before you're joined by the pack. Let's fight. I want to fight more things anyway. Alright, so the one unfortunate thing is we are going to get potentially whammoed here. Rummage. Grab that. Mandible. Who's hitting me for 7? You're hitting me for 7. Not exactly perfect. I'm still going to take 1 damage here. Okay. And I'm bleeding. Fun! What is this? Okay, he's heavily impaired. So let's impair that. What else we got? Stab doesn't do anything interesting. And I'm only going to take 5 damage. Okay. Go Hammer Grip. I do bonus damage with this anyway. This guy is more dangerous, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. So that's healing. That's going for a status effect. So I'm not going to take any. I guess I'm just going to go for the mandible. And we'll just use the stab. Okay. Unfortunately, we're bleeding and some other things. Get him with the... oh, no. Ally yourself. Oops-a-doo. Alright. Rummage. Burn the... toss the bleed. And management. Alright. That's a lot of damage. Go daggers. Give me another hammer grip. Okay. It panicked. Or just pieced? I'm not sure. One way or another, it's gonna hurt a bit. Alright, let's give him the impair. Fight dirty. And give me a boosted tackle. The best I got. This guy hurts a bit. Bleeding more. Very fun. But that's okay. Grab that. I am fatigued. Oh, cards no longer gain EXP for this battle. So So I guess there's no point in fighting like this. Alright. Well, it's not swinging at me. And there it goes. Oh. Winning the battle restored resolve. Good to know. Spend all your combo, gain 1 counter per combo, finish. Let's see. Insert 2 blade flash into your draw pile. Piercing. Ignores defense. Seems decent. So counter. 1 damage back to an enemy when hit. Remove all counter at the beginning of your turn. It's good. I think I prefer a bigger hit, though. Like, Dagger Storm might be better. Or readiness. Or just the shills. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I really like any of these. Let's ignore it for a second. The bodies are growing ripe. More scavengers are on their way. Okay, so we have to leave, but that's fine. So that hurt a bit. That's okay. Alright, well this is a pretty good stopping point, at least for now. I really like Griftlands. I knew I was going to like it, honestly, since I played it a long time ago in Early Access. It's just kind of one of those where Early Access is... there's a lot of Early Access games, and I kind of just prefer playing them when they're done. You know, I'll do a little one-off when they come out, but otherwise it's nice to come back when it's actually complete. Anyway, so obviously I kind of keep going past this recording. This is just post-outro. But anyway, so Griftlands is out on Steam now, and, well, no, it's out in 1.0 everywhere, but it's on Steam, it's on Good Old Games, I believe it's on Good Old Games. I know it's on the Epic Game Store, because that's where it was originally, and that's where I was playing it, but I picked it up on Steam specifically for the workshop support, which seems like it's really cool. I think it's still, like, you can still do the mods for it on EGS, but I have no idea how that functions, so I'm not even going to talk about that too much. But, that's fine. Anyway, so the game is normally $20, but I think it's down to, like, 16 for 1.0 launch week, which is more than a reasonable price. This game is incredibly well made. It's incredibly good. There's such depth of quality and things that you can do. And, like, I've barely even scratched the surface with my first run. And so I'm really looking forward to getting the chance to dive in more. Maybe focus a little bit more on diplomacy next time around. I don't know. Let's see. But with that, let's see. Anything else to say? Not overwhelmingly. So if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. Helps more than you know. And if you want to see more, I've got a full run of Sal's story. And we'll check out Rook and whoever the other character is at a later date. But so yeah, stick around and hit subscribe. So with that, thanks for watching. See you next time.